welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be talking about how I knew or suspected that I was pregnant way before any pregnancy test told me that I was. And if you somehow stumbled across this video, there is a slight chance that you yourself are trying to conceive and that you are in the 2-week wait. And what the 2-week wait is, it's essentially from the day of ovulation to the day of suspected period, those 2 weeks that you have to wait to test. And trust me, they are agonizing. I am yet again myself in a 2-week wait, but that's going to be in a different video. So, as you may have seen in my last video, I am unfortunately no longer pregnant. I found out very early on that I was pregnant and I had a chemical pregnancy. But that didn't discourage me. We got right back on the saddle, and as soon as I felt better, and my body allowed me to feel better and to ovulate, we decided to give another go. So this is going to be dedicated towards how I knew the last cycle that I was pregnant. So sign number 1 was actually painful breasts. And you will read forum upon forum that painful breasts is actually a pretty common sign. And for me, it's actually also correlated to PMS symptoms. So for me, painful breasts, it actually happens on the sides of my breast. That's totally normal for me to experience that maybe 2 to 3 days before an flow is supposed to come. But for me, that made me go, this is a little strange. I actually got painful breasts on the sides on 4-day DPO. 4-day DPO. Actually got painful breasts on the side for DPO. So 4 days past ovulation, I woke up on day 4 and I don't sleep without a bra. I feel like that's just more comfortable for me. And your girl has big boobs. So when I woke up that day, my breasts felt especially heavy. I felt like I had 2 freight trucks hanging from my chest. And I thought, that's a little weird. But I didn't think much of it because I thought this is way too early. Implantation has not even happened yet. So it's all in my head. So I went about my day and didn't really think much of it. Sign number 2 was I kept finding myself out of breath. And I don't have stairs in my house, so it wasn't that I was like overexerting myself. And I remember I was talking to my dad on the phone and I was just out of breath. I couldn't catch my breath and we were just having a normal conversation, and I felt like I kept going and it didn't make any sense to me. But granted, my dad and I are kind of having like a rekindling of our relationship. We had a falling out a long time ago and we're kind of mending our relationship. So I kind of chalked that up as me just being nervous to talk to my dad, and granted, I had omitted the fact that I moved to Oregon with my boyfriend and he didn't know that. And I've been living here for quite some time now and I finally felt like it's time to spill the beans. So I told my dad and I was a little nervous, but I chalked up the loss of breath or the shortness of breath as just my nerves getting to me to tell my dad the news that I moved from California to Oregon. So that was another sign, but wasn't a sign for me at the time. Sign number 3 was I was thirsty all the time. No matter how much water I drank, no matter how waterlogged I was, I wanted more and more water. And let me tell you, I am not the best water drinker that there is. I'm really bad. It's bad. And this time around, I was chugging water, had a water bottle everywhere I went, had a mason jar of water when I was home, and I just couldn't quench my thirst. Nothing was working. Gatorade wasn't working. I was just constantly parched. So all these signs so far that I've been experiencing had kind of a reason, an ulterior reason behind it. So this extreme thirst that I was experiencing, I thought it could be chalked up to the fact that I was having asthma issues and I had a new asthma inhaler that I was using. And I thought maybe the inhaler that's just a side effect. Maybe it gives me cotton mouth. And that's what I kind of linked the two together. But later on, I found out that it wasn't the asthma, because even though I stopped using the inhaler once I found out that I was pregnant, I kept having extreme thirst. So that was definitely a sign early on when I knew something's up. And the sign after that I kind of thought, this is a little weird, but let's figure this out. Was I had a craving. I had my first craving, and it was not strange. It wasn't a strange craving by any means, but it was just out of character for me to want this so badly. I woke up one day with an extreme hankering for buttered toast. And that's not really weird, but it was random for me because, yeah, I eat toast. I have had toast before, but this was like, I need to eat buttered toast. I don't want anything else. And if I don't have buttered toast, I'm not going to be happy about it. Nothing sounds good. I don't want your pancakes. I don't want this. I don't want that. I just want buttered toast. And I remember my boyfriend thinking like, wow, you want buttered toast a lot. And I thought, it is so good. How have I not been eating this every single day for the whole entirety of my life? But that didn't seem weird to me. I thought maybe I'm PMSing. Maybe that's just a PMS craving. So again, I didn't think anything of it. Sign number 5 for me was I was having crazy dreams. And I am a crazy dreamer regardless. Like, I dream often and I dream pretty vividly, and I have a lot of dreams constantly. But these were different dreams. Like, these were dreams, it wasn't anything like extravagant or like outrageous. I wasn't dreaming that I was like on a cruise ship with a hippo or anything like that. Like, it was just normal dreams, but extremely vivid. Like, I remember being able to smell people's perfumes. I remember being able to see like the freckles on people's faces. And I remember talking to my sister in my dream, and sorry to my sister, but I remembered seeing like the split ends in her hair. Like, all my senses were heightened in my dream, and touch, I could feel the warmth of the sun in my dream, but I wasn't I wasn't in the sun. I was in my bed at night. And I remember waking up thinking like, wow, that was really cool. I could smell people. I could smell perfumes and like deodorants. I could just, see things that I normally wouldn't pay attention to, like someone's freckles when they were talking to me. It was crazy. And they were happening almost every single night from around 6 DPO onward. And yes, I dream often, but never like that. And the next sign number 6, that this actually kind of put me into gear and thought, okay, something's happening. I was 7 DPO, and I remember being at work, and I felt kind of crampy, and feeling twinges and everything going on in my uterus. And I thought, it's too early for my period. Went to the bathroom, and there was nothing there. And it wasn't until the next day that around 8 DPO, I was at work, and I went to the restroom, and I wiped, and I had pink spotting. And I am not ashamed to admit the fact that I did a little happy dance in the bathroom at work because I checked my app, and I ran back to my desk, and I looked, and I calculated where it was my cycle, and it was 8 days DPO, and it was aligning perfectly to when a woman should be expecting any implantation bleeding if she is within like the 20% that experiences it. And I was. So sign number 7 was I was experiencing brown discharge, or it wasn't really spotting. It wasn't like I didn't need to wear a panty line or anything like that. It was only mostly when I wiped. So brown spotting was a sign for me, and I spot every day, not constantly, but I spotted, or I had the brown discharge for many days, sporadically throughout the day. And sign number 8 that was kind of like blaring at me, okay, Margie, you're probably pregnant, was, this might be TMI, but I have a very good gag reflex, and I'm kind of proud of it. I don't have a very queasy stomach. I don't get sick at the sight of blood or vomit or anything like that. I have a pretty solid, strong gag reflex and stomach. But something about brushing my teeth when I was about maybe 7, 8 DPO that involuntarily set me heaving and vomiting in the sink every time I brushed my teeth. Never experienced that before. And it wasn't even me gagging myself with brushing my tongue. It was just simply like just brush my teeth, just the normal mundane thing of brushing your teeth sent me my breakfast coming up, my coffee coming up. It was awful. I couldn't understand it. And I thought maybe it's a new toothpaste, or am I brushing too hard? I don't know. But I was brushing my teeth, and almost instantly I could count on the fact that I'd be throwing up soon. And it wasn't until my boyfriend and I were brushing our teeth together that he kind of looked at me strange, like, you don't do that. Why are you doing that now? And I remember just like vomiting, and like my cup of coffee had just spilled out of me into the sink. Toothpaste like hanging out of my mouth, toothbrush in hand. And I looked up at my boyfriend through the mirror and I said, I think I'm pregnant. So here I am back at square one, trying to conceive my rainbow baby. So I'll go ahead and start recording my DPO symptoms if I have any, but I will be reporting 1 DPO to 5 DPO, and then from 5 DPO to 9 DPO, and then from 10 DPO I'll be testing. So we'll see how that goes. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe, please like this video, leave a comment. I would love to hear your guys' feedback if you guys had any experiences similar to mine. And yeah, let's connect, let's be friends, let's talk about this, and let's get pregnant together. So until then, bye guys. Oh, and Merry Christmas! If I don't see you guys next week, I hope you guys all have a beautiful and wonderful Christmas or holiday, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate. Have a fantastic, fantastic holiday, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.